Hello everyone, my name is Taboo and welcome to the first episode of Taboo Complains. In this episode, we're going to be talking about sport logos and why they really suck. Let's start off with hockey. Okay, so the first sport logo I want to talk about is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, aesthetically, it's a nice looking logo. It has a nice color scheme, it's a nice little leaf, but my main issue with it is that they're called the Maple Leafs. You do realize that the Canadian Maple Leaf is the symbol for, Canada, and not just Toronto. So what about all the other Canadian teams? Are they just fakers? Speaking about Canadians, the next team we're going to talk about is the Montreal Canadiens, and their logo is it's really ugly. I mean, I understand the historical significance of it, but it's just so boring. A C and an H, Canadian hockey. Really? That's the best you can come up with? I mean, at least the Toronto Maple Leafs had a nice color scheme. The Montreal Canadiens is just bad. Ugh, and I thought the Toronto Maple Leafs were bad, calling themselves the Maple Leafs. The Montreal Canadiens are even worse. Oh yeah, you're the Canadian team, so all the other Canadian teams, they're not the real Canadian teams. Speaking about other Canadian teams, let's just go on with the trend. The Oilers. I mean, do I even have to explain why? Look at it, it's ugly, and the Oilers? Are you joking? I understand that Edmonton is the center of the oil industry in Canada, but seriously? Same thing goes with the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, it's a cool looking logo and all, and I really like the color red, but ever since I was a kid, I would always look at it and I would always be like, it kind of looks like a tire or something. And guess what? It is a freaking tire. You know why? Because in Detroit, that's where they make tires and shit. Ah yes, I live in Niagara Falls. And in Niagara Falls, there's a lot of wineries and a lot of old white women on those stupid peddling things and getting drunk. So if I have a hockey team, I'm gonna name my team the Niagara White Women Drunk on Wine Grapes, whatever. The next one I want to talk about is kind of a personal one, the St. Louis Blues. It's a nice looking logo, it's pretty cute, but for the longest time, I didn't know if it was supposed to be a music note or it was supposed to be a hockey stick. I was like, oh, blues, it's a music note. But then I was like, oh wait, I'm dumb. It's obviously a hockey stick. Until I was like, oh wait, no. I found out it is actually supposed to be a music note, but why does it have wings? That's just, I'm sorry, it used to annoy me. There's also just a lot of really boring ones that don't even look like anything, like the Capitals, New York Rangers, LA Kings, the Islanders, they just look like generic freaking logos. And not to mention the Blackhawks and, Actually, on second thought, I won't talk about this one. It's okay though, not all the logos are bad. There were some ones I really love, like the Penguins, and the Knights, and the Bruins, and the Flyers, and the Flames, and the Devils. Specifically, New Jersey Devils, that's genius, I love it. Okay, screw hockey, let's move on to basketball. The issue with a lot of the basketball teams is that it falls in the category of just kind of boring. A lot of these are just really generic. I mean the Kicks, the Lakers, the Warriors, these are all just really generic and boring. But the worst basketball logo ever is the Washington Wizards. Look at what it used to be. It was amazing. It was a wizard slam dunking. Now look at it. It's not even a wizard. Where's the wizard? Well, at least basketball is the sport that has my favorite sports team logo of all time. Toronto Raptors. I mean, the new logo and the old logo is it's the coolest logo ever. Now let's move on to the worst and final sport, baseball. Seriously, who still watches baseball? It's actually hard for me to talk about these or to make any sort of comments because, I mean, just look at them. They're just a bunch of words. It kind of sucks because baseball logos are kind of the worst, but at the same time, they're kind of the best because you got some outstanding ones like the Pirates and the Red Sox. I mean, I love those ones. But even though I said the worst sport team logo of all time was the Wizards, my least favorite sports team logo of all time, and probably my least favorite sports team of all time is Toronto Blue Jays. Now, this is a personal one. I just hate the Jays just because I went to a Jays game once when I was showing my cousin from England, Toronto lifestyle, and oh my god, it was the most boring experience of my life. Playing baseball is pretty fun, it's kind of chill, it's not that fun, but it's okay, but watching it, how does anyone watch it? It's it's mind-numbing. And also, all the assholes and douchebags at my schools would always be Blue Jays fans, they'd always have Blue Jays hats, and it's kind of like a negative symbol I have in my mind, so yeah, screw the Blue Jays. Honestly, even though I don't really like football that much, I have to say I think football logos are probably the best looking. I mean, they're simple, they're creative, they're unique, and I think they're just really cool. So yeah, baseball is, I guess, the worst sport. Worst logos, basketball's a close second, hockey is alright, football's the best. So yeah, football has the best team logos. That is, for America, that is. The Premier League football clubs have the greatest, most refined, most elegant logos in sports history. So yes, the actual greatest logos of all time goes to the Premier League logo, specifically Liverpool, my team, and where I grew up, where I was born. Liverpool is the best. Screw you.